strong for them. Oh, yes, I did. When everybody disappears, it's only you who keeps me strong. And I can't imagine going on without you in my life.
Let me check. I'll check now. I didn't see anything. No, I looked this morning. I didn't see anything.
When I think about life, Lord, I think of you. I forget about everything else. There's only you and I can't think about ever giving up. Can't give up the fight. The only thing that matters, Lord, is you. I ain't got no time to pretend that I'm not missing you. Oh, no, 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 no. I know you're in good hands, the same hands that hold my heart, and I'll cherish every moment we spend as a gift from God above. For He takes care of all fragile hearts. When I think about life, Lord, I think of you. I forget about everything else. There's only you and I can't think about ever giving up. Oh, the only thing that matters when I'm going through is giving my fragile heart right back to you. You see, my fragile heart's been broken, and you're the only one who can put it all together again. So I'm trusting you, Lord, to see me through. There's only you and I can't think about ever giving. I can't give up the fight. No, 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 no. The only thing that matters when I'm going through is giving my fragile heart right back to you. When I think about my life, I forget about everything else. Only you and I can't think about ever giving. Can't give up, can't give up. Too many storms have passed your way, and you're all washed out, 'cause it rained on your parade. Seems nobody cares about you anyway. Now you're living your life like a castaway. Search for strength inside, was it all in vain? 'Cause the deeper you dig, you find more and more pain. Don't let your tomorrow be like yesterday, 'cause I spoke to God, I called out your name, and on your behalf I just asked if He would be there for you. I want you to be blessed. Don't live life in distress. Just let go, let God heal don't want for nothing.
Morning, you guys.
You're always satisfied in the peace that His arms will provide. He will erase any guilt or shame, any bad habits you got. You won't want to do them again. Yes, we all can change. I can testify. See, I spoke to God. I called out your name, and on your behalf, I just asked if He would be there for you. I want you to be blessed. Don't stress out. No. He'll work it out. Yes, He will for you. My prayer for you today is that your soul will be blessed forever in the rest of God. You deserve the rest of God, nothing less. Oh, my prayer for you today is that you trust and always obey. On His name, keep calling. He'll keep you from falling. Yes, He will if you stand in faith and trust Him to make a way. Stop stressing about it. Just turn it over. Turn it over. Turn it over. Work it out for you. I pray that your soul will be blessed so that you can sleep in the rest of the day. You deserve it. You've been through so much. Be blessed from the bottom of your feet to the crown of your head. Your life be blessed. Your family be blessed. Your finances be blessed. Everything about you Yeah. Give it to Jesus. Give it to Jesus. Let go. And let God do work in you. Oh, be blessed. Oh, be blessed. Whatever you're going through, just know I'm praying for you. Be blessed. Oh, be blessed. He can change your situation in a minute. Just be blessed. Don't do anything that God would not have you to do. Be blessed. I know it ain't what you want right now, but it sure could be a lot worse. Just be blessed. Let Him do a work in you. Hey, be blessed. Be blessed.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, I just wanted to, I have a couple of things to say. Okay. I have, if it's a testimony, I have it this morning, but I'm going to start off with our Bible verse, what the Bible has to say about love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, for God is love. No, beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God abides in us, and His love has been perfect in us. 1 John 4:10. As the Father loved me, I also have loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandment and abide in his love. John 15-9. Okay? At first today, I was saying that we was going to just praise him all day. We giving him praise. We going to do that irregardless. But I realized on Saturday some people sleep in. And I know that I'm live right now, and that's okay. You guys can go back and watch this later. And Camilla, I think that's you. If you're not here, it's okay. Today I wanted to come in and I wanted to talk to you guys about just your love that you guys have. Now, what I just read is love is given to us by God, and therefore we give it on to other people. Thank you, Camilla. Yeah, so, even with God's love and things like that, and when you start walking a little bit closer with God, you start to change. And that's what I'm talking about today, is changes. I want to thank all you guys who have, your texts, your comments, your emails. They are all beautiful, and it's very humbling. And I want to thank you guys, because you guys have put me in a position that I'm walking closer with God, okay? I have been changing. If you go back and you look at my first initial videos when I didn't know what the heck I was doing, I like to use profanity, and people say, oh, people use profanity when they don't know big words, but that's not true. I have degrees. That's not true. But that's just a certain lifestyle I was at. But what I'm saying now is that you guys, this change that's coming over me, I'm so blessed to have. And it's because of you guys. It's because of you guys that I'm walking closer with God. And I thank you all. I thank you all for all the love and all the support that you guys are giving, because you see that sometimes things happen, and when some things happen, you cannot change those things. You can't stop change from happening. You know what I'm saying? But when you walking with God, and you say, use me as an instrument, He does that. And I'm so happy, and I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled. But I want to tell you guys, just like you're healing and you're learning, I am doing the same thing. I am healing and I am learning. You guys are showing me so much, and no one should never stop learning. And I want to thank y'all. Some people don't think that God is, His Spirit's not strong like that. But God is an awesome God. And the things that He's been showing me just proves my word, and let me see how God forgives. He forgave me. So some things I went through because I didn't have a choice. But some things I went through and I did have a choice. And I did that to myself, because I felt like that I was missing something. I felt like that I was trying to get something that I seen other people with. And I was like, I want somebody to love me like that. But I never expected that anybody could love me because of the things that I had went through and the things that I had, the decisions that I had made in my life. So I was like, every time something happened, I'm not going to be happy because I've been a bad person. That's why God has given us mercy and grace. That's why God lets us repent. That's why God is so strong with us, because His Spirit is always around to let you know, no matter what, He is there. No matter what, He is in your life. No matter what, He is going to be there for you, your family, your friends, anybody. Just invite God in. Welcome him in. Ask him to use you as an instrument. Ask him to be with you when you make life decisions. Ask him to be with you when you make little decisions. Whatever you do, you should be asking God to be with you and work through you. To work through you. God loves you just as much as you loved him. And it's not. You don't have to say, I did this, or I'm not ready. God not ready for me. God is ready for everybody. God is ready for everybody. I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I never thought that I would be in this position right now. I knew God had something coming for me, but I didn't know what it was. I never thought that I could get back close to God like this. I didn't think God loved me no more because I broke his commandments. I didn't think God would never come and hear my prayers again because I had did so many foul things. Does not matter what you do. There is no perfect man. God makes us, so therefore we have free will, and he allows us to do some of the things. Some people need to go through those things to learn. I'm so sorry, guys, but you guys just don't realize how extremely satisfied I am with what's going on right now. I never thought that I would be in this position when people actually had good things to say about me, when people just had love to give me for being me. You're not worried about materialistic things. You're not worried about, oh, she like this or that. They accept you for who you are. That's love. That's God's love right there. When you can meet somebody in a day's time just from hearing what you're going through, and they give you their love with open hearts, that's God's Spirit showing you the love that he has for you. I see a couple of you guys, y'all came in and y'all talk to each other. Y'all in here like we going to church for real. And that's possible through God. He makes all things possible. He comes to you and he have words of encouragement. Just stay away from the distractions and keep your ears open. Keep your mind open. But God is here and he is ready to touch anybody that allows him to. Don't reject him. Embrace him. Embrace him. And he will in turn embrace you. God is a good God. He will, like I said, I thought I was this person that no one, not even including God, would love. But I'm here right now. And all y'all love. I see your texts. I see your emails. I hear your phone calls. And it's so humbling. And it's through you guys that I am getting closer to God. And I hope through me, it's also bringing you closer to God. I hope. If not, we need to start praying a little bit harder, and we will make that happen. Because through God, anything, and like I said, anything is possible. We are not here to have judgment on nobody. We're not here to convict anybody. We're not even here to talk about nobody. They did this, they did that. That's not for us. That's for God. God is your judge, not man. God. You continue doing these things that you have been doing, and you will walk so much comfortably with God. Good morning, Janie. How you doing? hope everybody had a good night. And when I went to sleep last night, you guys, I'm going to tell you something. Since we started this walk, during this experience, I have been able to sleep at night with no problem. My mind has been so much clearer. It's a humbling experience. And once again, I thank you guys. Let's go to our prayer list real quick and get that out the way. Because today, guys, we're talking about love and praise. And praise. That's what God wants from us. His praise. When we come together and we praise God, I can feel singing, that's what you're supposed to do. When you start praising with him, and then the next thing you know, you feel so good. You're like, I can do anything. Excuse me. Sometimes you feel like, I can't do that right now. I cannot handle that right now. But you go ahead and you start praising God and talking to God. And then when you get through, you feel like you can accomplish anything. Little things. God is good. Once again, I thank y'all. Let's go to this prayer list. And if anybody has any more prayers out, I ask that you either put it in a message. I would not prefer you put it in a message because I have to go through them all. But if you can send me a text or an email, I definitely get to it. I don't realize how much time that all this would take. So I'm trying to make a good regimen for myself. So I will be able to do all the things I can do, all the things that I'm able to do, as far as making sure my daughter get out, then, you know, coming to worshiping with you guys, getting whatever I need to get in this house, and then coming back worshiping with you guys again. And, you know, I'm just, and making these signs also. So, you know, I'm starting on that. And like I said, if anybody want any signs, I call them Christ-like. I tried to set up PayPal. I don't know if I did it right, but I'm not really worried about that. It will happen in time. Okay? First, we want to send a prayer out for Miss Teresa Martin, Monifa, Shemaya, Irene Roberts, and any person, Lenore Harris, James. We want to put a prayer out for them. Lord, we ask that you touch their heart and you let them know that you are there for them, Lord. Let them know that you are a good God and they can repent and you all through your holy name. Just ask that you continuously touch these people and let their minds be open and let their eyes be open so they can see your presence everywhere. Okay? We want to pray for Skylar's mom. Skylar's mom had a stroke. And we're going to pray for a speedy recovery for her mother and Skylar, actually, at this time. I'm going to pray for Skylar and her mom. Like I said, Skylar is a she is in her healing process. And Skylar does not think about herself first. She's always putting somebody before her. So we send out much praise to her. And we ask that she keeps on with giving this love out that she's been doing because she's doing an excellent job. Okay, we're going to pray for Alicia. Alicia lost 2 brothers, and I think the cousin in 2014. It's hard to just lose one person, but when you lose more than one person in a certain time frame, it has a toll on you. And we just want to ask God to ease up on that toll that it's having on her. Because 1, like I said, is enough. So 3, it's kind of overwhelming. We're going to ask that God just touch her and give her a little bit of ease. I want to pray for Victoria Davis. Victoria Davis is the young lady, the 48-year-old young lady that mother thought that was her in KJ's coffin. I've heard that now she's suicidal. because of a mistake that she made. She was sure that that was her daughter in that casket. Now, if she wasn't, that's between her and God. But we are here to pray for her through her time of need and let her know she is not the only one who makes mistakes. All man makes mistakes, and you should not persecute anyone for making a mistake. She apologized, and you move on. It's not for us to judge her, because just like other people have issues, so do she. We want to keep her name up in the name of Jesus and let her know that suicide is not the way. God gave her a precious thing, which is life. Okay? I want to pray for Tammy Price and her son Devin Wilson. I want to pray for Tammy Price. Tammy is another amazing woman. She is amazing. Sometimes, you know, this society has put our kids and show our kids different things and glamorize inappropriate things which should not be glamorized, and it shouldn't be to use and say, oh my goodness, you can get this, you can do that. It's teaching people how to be greedy. It's teaching people how to be rebellious. So we're going to pray for all our children that this rebellious stage that they in, that they will let go, and to know that that you have all power. I'm just listening to the song, y'all. I am so touched this morning. I'm trying to contain myself. But I feel like getting up shouting. I'm just so happy. I feel like shouting. But I'm trying to contain myself right now. Okay? We're going to pray for Camilla. We're going to pray that Lord bless her with what she thinks her definition of work is. Now, I'm sure Camilla would love to be like, I don't want to go to work. I'm just going to work for Jesus all day, every day. Yes, she is. But, Lord, we just ask that you guide her in the direction that she wants to be. Guide her in that right direction. Lord, hear her prayers and give her that maybe income she's looking for, and maybe that position she's looking for that will make her a better person, so she can teach your word to other people, so she can bless other people. God is good. We want to pray for Patricia Amos. She has stage 4 cancer. We also want to pray for Alicia's mom. She has stage 4 cancer too. And if I'm thinking I'm right, this is her second time with this battle. And we're going to ask that she have comfort. We're going to ask that her body be under no stress. We're going to ask that, Lord, that you fill her body with your spirit, so therefore she know anything is accomplishing. You can accomplish anything. You are good, God, and anything is possible. Don't let a doctor, a man tell you, oh, it don't look good. Because we all seen that God performs miracles. So you don't have to go off of man's word. You go off of God's word. You go off of God's spirit. Don't go off of no man, because sometimes man intentionally or unintentionally bring you down, will bring you down. But with God, he'll never bring you down. He'll always have you on top. And if you take and you accept his spirit in you, please believe you're going to be filled with so much joy. It's going to be uncontainable. And it's going to go in a domino effect. Because when somebody see you and you smiling like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Next thing you know, they be smiling too. You be like, I ain't smelling like that. Because you just passed that blessing of love on somebody else. Just as quick like that. You do? Do you have the number? Camilla, do you have the number? 504-421-3530. And that's what we're doing today. I know it's not many people in this room because it's Saturday, Or it might be too early, or hey, maybe they just didn't want to come, and that's okay. We could worship with the people that we have here. I'm good with that. So don't ever look at numbers or anything and think that, oh my goodness, we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, because it's just only one person here. We're doing what we're supposed to do all day, every day. Camilla, that number is 504-421-3530. And you could wait it's not no rush. I have ample amount of time, and it's not a rush. But I'm just checking this list. Let me make sure this phone on. Somebody sent me a message and said, I woke up this morning feeling lighter and clearer. Thank you for being there for me. See you soon. God is here for you, not me. This is God. You ask anybody, I don't even get up this early, but God wakes me up, so no problems. That's just an awesome thing. You can wake up feeling lighter. You can wake up, your mind is a little bit clearer. You're not as distracted. That's God working in your life. You serve an awesome God. You serve an awesome God. Okay? We want to also send a prayer out for any individuals that is holding on to hate, and they're turning bitter. They become and start doing hateful things. They have a big bout of depression, anxiety, stomach aches, migraines, and the mental is not right. When you sit there and you dwell on something negative, that negativity drains your body, and it makes you tired, and it makes you not want to deal with anything else, so you become irritated. And after you become irritated, you start, why they want to do this? It's a domino effect. It is a domino effect. So we want to pray for everybody. And I'm not saying nobody is hanging on to them, because who hangs on to something like that? Who hangs on to all these things? Nobody intentionally, but you have to be observant of what's going on in your life. Okay. Hold on for a second. Good morning. Cello. Remember, I'm about to put you back on a speaker, so you're not probably going to be able to hear me all that well, but we can hear you, okay?
Okay, but can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Wait a minute.
Okay,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All right. Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
My daughter showed me how to do this, and I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, I'm on it.
Okay.
Okay. So you ready?
Yes.
It's not long as my ones that used to, how I used to tell it with a testimony. I'm just going to give a word, and that's going to be my testimony.
Okay.
And my word is unchanged. And there are guarantees in life that change will happen. Change is something we tend to fear and be afraid of. Interfere and be afraid of what may happen about, and what may happen about, what things may happen when we living in that fear of change, because we can't control our life, and when we changing, we do live in that fear. Because I know when I was changing my life over to a new system of learning Christ and knowing who He is and accepting Him, I went through that. I went through not wanting, I wanted to control it. I wanted it this way. I wanted it that way. But we have to know that.
Hello? Wait a minute. The devil is a lie. Wait a minute.
For our future and give us a prosperous life. And when I say prosperous life, I mean prosperous life as whatever in your life.
In there before you submitted this change, before you turned your life over to Him, before you gave Him your full life. Just all you have to do, and I do it every day, and the more you do it, just trust in God and allow the change to happen, allow it to grow. Because if you allow it to grow, you will become more like Jesus. And people will recognize you as that. People will recognize that in you. Because the more I allowed it to grow, that's the more I became like Jesus. The more I feel I'm walking the path that He sent His Son for me to walk. That's why I don't fear humans. And you will start learning that as you start making that change, as you start growing. Because people say, God don't want us to live in fear. It's not the fact that He don't want us to, it's the fact that He don't want us to live in fear, but people fear because of what we live upon, because of what happened among us. Killing, stealing, robbing, backstabbing, jealousy, all that. But if you carry that spirit and allow it to grow, you won't fear it. Because you will know, the Spirit will cover you, and you will know how to, it'll flee some way in know. Because I even been in those situations where I'm walking down the street, and I can hear leaves behind me going, and I'm thinking there's actually a person behind me, but it's not a person. That's the Spirit covering me. And I had to learn that. So when I learned that, I said, okay, Lord, you got your secret angels walking with me, but I don't see them, but I hear them. So that's when you grow within the Spirit of the Lord, and you learning to walk in that path of change. And it is, you know, when you do that, it's all about how we gonna respond, how you gonna act, and that's what I was saying. How we know, it all works together. It's all for the good, for those who want to change, for those who want to know Him, for those who want to walk in the love of Him and keep His commandments. Remember, that's very important that we always keep His commandments, because we want that change. We want to change. We want our life to change for the good. And don't let nobody tell you or come to you and say negative stuff to you, because it's going to happen. Because when we go through the change in life, these are the things that happen to us. When we changing our life over and walking in godly ways, this is the things that happen. Because remember, Satan is mad. He's mad because he thought he had you. But altogether, he don't. So I'm going to leave my word with this. Read 2 Peter 3:9. And that'll give you a more word of encouragement on changing, making a change in your life and making the steps in your life. And another thing I want to say, if you haven't gave your life to Christ, give it to Him. Because we have one day, we have one life we live. And if God want to take you today, and your life you haven't gave your life to him, he can't take you. So if you haven't gave your life to Christ, give it to him, because that is very important. And remember, I just going to leave this with you. Read 2 Peter 3:9. I'm going to repeat it again. And that'll encourage you more on changing your life, changing your soul, learning him, learning how to walk with him. So that's my word, and I want to share it with you. I'm not gonna keep you long because I know it's Saturday, and
that don't
I just want to come with that word. And God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Jamie.
Thank you guys. You, like I said once again, you guys are so awesome. You guys are awesome. The love that you have, the compassion that you have, the knowledge that you spread on to other people, that's what it's about. It's about, because some people, you know, they grew up their whole lives in church. Some people rebel against those things, you know, different folks, different strokes once again. But at the end of the day, God wants us to be blessed and then turn around and bless others. You can bless others financially. You can bless others spiritually. You can bless others mentally. I mean, knowledge is power. Like everybody said, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge for anything. Not, y'all know what I'm saying. She said anything. Anything. No, y'all, don't do that to me. But like I'm saying, once you're learning and you're healing, and these gifts, you see that they continue, and you see yourself, you see the change in yourself. When you see the change in yourself, then when you feel like that, you at the point, good morning, Janika, when you at that point, then you start helping somebody that you know need that help. And let me tell you something. If that's somebody that needs some help, if somebody you don't like, guess what? You need to let that go. Give it to God. And go ahead and pass that knowledge on to them. Because maybe that's a bitter person. Maybe that's a person walking around with a headache and a stomachache all the time. Maybe that's a person that just don't like people. I don't like the way you look. But sometimes, even when people are not close to Christ, that's why your prayer warriors are around you, and you just don't know who that is, because even though you might not like that person, your words may bring them closer to God. And when the words are bringing them closer to God, their attitude is going to change. It's going to be a change. When God touches one's life, you start seeing a change. What? When God is in your life and you start walking closer with him, you definitely will see a change. And you say, what's wrong with them? They sick or something? I don't know, maybe so. They ain't been saying nothing. They look funny. I wondered, something must be going on. Don't get caught up in that. Remember, this is something that I'm going to continue to go over and over and over again. God loves you, or he never would have sent his son. That's reaction to, right? You know, and people, not people, God wants you to share these things, and in turn, other people will go on to God. And when you talking to these people, or you talk to someone, or you doing something, you passing your blessing on to somebody else, you make sure you let them know this blessing that I'm giving you. Make sure that you pass it along. Good morning, Kenya. Did I say that right? I know I didn't. Kiana. I shouldn't be talking about, my daughter's name is Jemiah. J-A''Mya'. Yes, I did make them spell it like that. But I'm just saying, you see somebody walking around like this all the time. What's wrong with them? And let me tell you something. Some of them people walking around like be the people in church. What? You didn't say that. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. I've seen that in. I ain't gonna write nobody out, but I've seen that myself from somebody real, real close. Go to church all the time. Monday night, prayer night, Tuesday night, giving night, Wednesday night, revival night, all the time. But when you see that person, they are so bitter. Okay? When we get through with these little sessions that we have, don't you feel a little bit better? Don't you want to go out and scream, Jesus? Don't you feel better? So if a person is going to church every day, and they coming out of church and they still got them, I love Jesus, then maybe that person is not as saved that they think they are. I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But when you saying you do, you the person that be like, good morning. God loves you. You love him. You see some people at church you see some people from church that try to criticize you and try to talk about you like you the wrong person. But every time you see them, they don't have no love to give. They don't want you around them. We all know people like that. Come on. Just because somebody is, I'm so glad that you're feeling better. Just because somebody say, I go to church every day. You can go to church and fall asleep. You can go to church and read a comic book. You can go to church and listen to the game. I'm just saying. Sorry if I stepped on anybody's toes with that. But I'm saying God has nothing but love. God has nothing but positive energy. God has nothing but mercy and grace for us. And with that, I don't know about you guys, but that make me pretty darn happy. When I can talk about God and sit up here and have a smile on my face, and it goes throughout the day, then I know his spirit is with me. So, you know, if you have a disability, or, you know, you don't have no way to church, or you don't feel bad. I would encourage you, though, to find somebody that you may know and try to get a ride at least once a month. Because I know some women and men they're independent and they don't like asking God. Right. And that's right. Thank you, Camilla. I'm just pausing because I got a very bad connection over here. Very bad connection. I'm sure we got a very bad connection. But we want to pray and ask God to change my heart. Did anybody get knocked out? I guess everybody got knocked out. It's okay. You're going to ask God to change my heart. Like what I said before, when you pray, Ask for things, specifically ask for things, okay? Specifically ask God, change my heart, okay? And what Camilla said was very right. People fear because, yes, Camilla, you go ahead and say that prayer out, because let me tell you something, honey. The devil is a lie. Ain't no very bad connection. Because the devil wants you to people fear because of what is around us. You fear because you scared somebody gonna shoot you, bite you, kill you. Yeah, that's something to fear. But once again, you need to give that to God and let him handle it. Don't walk around in fear. Don't do that. Give it to God and he'll take care of you. He's been taking care of you all this time. Why would he stop? Open up your heart and your mind to the Spirit, and you will see a difference. Change is a coming. Change is a coming. It's here right now. And let me tell you something. We haven't been doing this for very long. And if you can't see the change in me, I can see the change in me. Go back, look at the first videos I was posting, okay? And look at them now. There is a big change. And that was all by the Father. I didn't do anything. These things that I make, that's God. I didn't do that. He did that through me. Right, Camilla said it again. God wants you to be God-fearing. What does God-fearing mean? That you know that you were supposed to do something. You're supposed to obey those commandments, right? You know when you don't do that, God looking at you like this, what you down there doing, right? When you know right from wrong and you do wrong anyway, God's looking. Fear him. You should fear him. And you should definitely feel his wrath. Because I'm going to tell you this. Right now, I am very God-fearing. And if anything happens, I will send out a prayer. But even if with me being closer to God, I still am fearing. I still know that I'm not perfect. I still know that I have a ways to go. But in turn, I give that to God. And like I said, I let him make that decision. Okay? And like I said, when you open up your mind and you open up your heart, then you are allowing change to happen. Look at that. People, you see what I'm saying? Like I said, I know today is Saturday, and I know that we got some things going on. People probably kicking it with their kids. My daughter's still asleep. Thank God. But I just wanted to come on here today, and I will be back tonight at the time. It don't matter if someone is not here. It don't matter if someone is here. I'm gonna do it irregardless. And I appreciate the people that be with me, and I appreciate the people that, you know, sit there and they wait for this show to come on. I do appreciate that, and like I said, it's very humbling. It had me in tears. Just, you know, the Spirit came to me this morning, and just you guys, just your awesomeness had me in tears, and I was like, this is what I have to talk about today. This is what I have to talk about today, because I feel the change. I see the change. I'm with him. That's what made you change, fearing him? Well, I don't know. Look, if somebody told me if I continued doing something that I was going to hell, oh, I don't think I would. I'd be like, what? I'm going to go in the closet, and I'm going to lock myself in that closet, because God said, what? Now, if some man tell me, well, God said you need to give us all your money twice a week. God didn't say that. And let me tell you another thing. And this is just my opinion. Once again, this is just my opinion. You know how people say you need to pay tithes. When you pay tithes, your blessing come back double. Well, I do give, money to the church, but sometimes a blessing, sometimes that 10% may go to someone in need, or sometimes some of that money may go to someone on the street begging for money, or that might happen in some, like one of them signs. It comes in all shapes and forms. So don't get to thinking that, and I don't want to touch on what somebody said before, but different people interpret the Bible in different ways. Like some people in the Bible say, woman should be in a dress. I mean, I'm just putting it in layman term. In that religion, all they do is wear skirts and stuff, and they let their hair grow real long. I don't know that religion, so I'm not gonna go into it. But I'm just saying as an example. Everybody have their different interpretation of what the Bible is saying. I kind of like the spirit to yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all type of different ways to give offering. If you don't feel comfortable with maybe the church that you are visiting, you can give it to somebody else. One day I was walking out of church, and it was this Hispanic lady, and she didn't speak any English, and she had somebody here wrote her a note that said, I'm a single mother of 3. I really don't know what to do. I'm down and out on my luck right now, and my kids need these things. So I went in my purse and I gave her my money. And somebody said to me, hey, why you give her that? I just gave you something. Gave her something. I said, because I'm giving her my blessing. I'm giving her a blessing from me, So it's don't, oh, I almost spoke my mouth. So don't get caught up to you thinking that you have to go and give it to a certain individual, because that's just not true. And Camilla will, can you look, and do you know, Camilla, do you know what Bible verse that, what verse in the Bible that does talk about your tithes and everything like that? If you can pull that up, and we're going to start posting that. That, you know what? Camilla is a blessing. Camilla is a blessing. Every time I'm sitting here talking, and she comes up when I'm saying something, she sends, she's sending messages to me. And even though you guys might not be able to see it, I see it. So don't think I'm sitting here by myself making this all up like, Jesus said, send Jennifer all your money. Okay, thank you, Camilla. So the thing is, like I'm saying, I'm doing what the Spirit is having me do, but I'm not doing this alone. I'm not being negative. I'm just giving Camilla her props, because it's certain things that I do not know, and she knows the word and the Bible a lot bit better than me. She's a little bit older than me, which means she's wiser than me. So, respect your elders. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I'm saying that to say, guys, that I'm not sitting here doing this all by myself. I have input from different people, and I just want you to know that we work together as a team, with the love and the support and the information, because that's what we want you to have. These tools that we are giving you is things to help you with your healing, and when you need to go back and you need to kind of look at the where it is coming from. Everything that I'm telling you right now is in the Bible. Now, I can't spit off the top of my head which part of the Bible, but I'm starting to reread the Bible, and I hope that soon I will be able to do that with God's blessings, and I know He will. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm a woman just like the rest of y'all, and I need help just like the other person. Some things I do not know. But if we work together, they can be found out. Okay? Now, I did want to touch this. Okay. So, I really wanted to touch hashtag I am Kenneka Jenkins. Kenneka Jenkins, I am Kenneka Jenkins hashtags mean that inappropriate things happen in my life. Inappropriate things happen in my life. And they need to come to light. Even though some of it might have been my free will, these are things that is being brought to light. Okay? The first, and for this week we just start doing one step at a time. First, I just pretty much put out, forgive yourself. Y'all forgive yourself. You ain't wrong. Then people like, I forgive myself. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, and I don't pretend to. But if you got a question, I will research the mess out of that question and find you an answer. So, you know, during this week, you want to go and you want to think about yourself. And that's what I want you guys to do. A lot of us women here and a lot of us subscribers, we don't feel like, we don't tend to ourselves. I'm gonna laugh. We don't tend to ourselves. So, you know, you have to say what makes you happy, but you're not sure. You're not sure. Do you know, Camilla? Because I don't know. I'm still figuring it out right now. So, who are you? That's where you start off first. Who are you? Get you a pen and paper and write it down. Who are you? And as you go through the week and you see things and you pray, you write down who you are. I'm a loving mother. I'm a caring person. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't put yourself at the bottom of the barrel, because you are at the top. Okay? So the first question is, who am I? And like I said, take a week, pray on it, get a book, write it down. So then you can go back. Excuse me, I got the hiccup. So then you can go back and look. Right. Right. We like to put everybody in front of us. We always have. You will give somebody the shirt off your back. Always have. Miss Thing to you. I love that name. I'm going to use that. But, right. Write down every time you get through, write it down. Write it down. And I say this, don't go back out the week. Wait, that first week, you write everything down, right? That second week, don't do nothing. You know, we'll continue on with another project, and you start that one. On that third week, go back and read what you wrote. You're going to be like, I said that about myself. Girl, yeah. I got it going on like that. Girl, yeah. What? You do. When you are in good spirit, you're going to write the best things about yourself. I can cook a mean mama jamma macaroni and cheese casserole. Not mean, but go and do that. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't downplay yourself. Write true things. I am a loving mother. I try to give everybody, I try to treat them the way that I want to be treated. Things like that. That's what you write down. Okay? And then after that third week, well, we'll start at the second week. How do you make yourself happy? Or what makes you happy? Not what makes you happy? I am so positive that more than half people right now don't even know what makes them happy, because you've been tending to other people. You put yourself on a back burner. You make sure everything is moving, whatever. But the thing is what makes you happy? I don't know. You don't know what makes you happy? No. That's where that pen and paper come down at. And you know, I'm not gonna be. Yes, I am gonna be funny, y'all. Y'all know I ain't got no sense. But you know, sometimes, like, I like cute stuff. So you see my book. I love it. I'm like, I'm on part time. Let me write something. But I'm just saying this to say is that if you keep a note of the things, or even a diary, that's why people tell you to make a food log and a log when you go and do this and that and this and that, because you can go back and you can read, you know, the things that's important to you. Because when we start getting negative, when we start getting a lot of negativity around us and we are distracted, you don't think straight. And those are the times to go back and look at them books. When you have a lot of negativity going on and you feel like you so confused, like everything just spinning around at you go back and you read that book. And I guarantee you, it's going to bring you about that negativity, because you wrote it, so you know it's true. And exactly, my daughter make me low, my son, they make me happy. But it's the part that it was at a point where I was like, I tended to them so much. What make me happy? I didn't even know. And it took me a while to find out. And let me tell you guys something. I like shopping make me happy. Don't get into that. Don't get into that. Hey, Donna. What make me happy? Giving my God praise make me happy. I'm ecstatic. What make me happy? Me being able to walk around without a wheelchair makes me loads of happy. What makes me happy? Now, getting up to see my kids, that make me happy. Having a great day, that makes me happy. Being able to go out on my little porch, my little patio, and sit there and look at the lake, that makes me happy. Happy Saturday, Brenda. How you doing? How you doing, love? Those things make me happy. So, we need to track these things. You need to keep a record of these things, because no one is perfect. And sometimes we get so distracted that we just act like don't nobody love me. Somebody do love you. Go back, read that book, and see how much you love yourself. let me tell you something, Donna. Let me tell you something, Donna. I understand when you are on the street and you don't have much enough thing. I do understand that. But when you do that, and if you getting closer to God, you are going to be blessed. There are programs and organizations that are out here that bless people like that. And yeah, sometimes we have to go through something that shakes up our world for us to see how good God is and the stuff that He has blessed you with. So yeah, sometimes you down and you out. But please know God is going to bring you out of that. Give your faith to Him. And He might bless you with more than you had before. But you have to keep track of these things. And one thing, and something I want to say. I did say, give everything to God. You know, you give everything to God. But also know that you have free will. So you do have a decision in the things that you do. Okay? You do have a decision in the things you do. That's called free will. Okay? If you didn't make the right choice, or you figured that you could did something better, that's why we have time. That's why we have wise people, because they go through things like that. Now, before, when I got back from downrange, I didn't have no house. I didn't have no car. I was out. And if it wasn't for my parents, I would have been in the streets. And when I asked military people if I didn't have nowhere to go, where would I go? And they told me a shelter. So with that was like, I just gave up. I put my family on the back burner, and you trying to tell me now I gotta go stay in a shelter? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You are blessed or whatever like that, and as time go on, get out of here.
Give me a hug. I just woke up. Come on.
Okay, get out of here.
How dare you say that to your daughter? I just came down here to animate.
Oh no, you want to animate them clothes on that couch.
I'm going to animate on the couch. Is that kind of something?
I bet you better animate to fold the clothes on the couch.
I just want to finish. I finally finished. Hi, thank you. Ma, don't make that face. I have your genes. I have your genes. You know I can see you, right?
Oh, my bad.
Good morning.
My bad. What? Look at her head, child. What's wrong with her?
I would take that hat off right now. Yo.
See, y'all want to see a fight on here? Y'all hear what she just said. Hear that what I'm talking about? These kids, these days, pow, two to the throat, pow. You better get off of me. Get out of here. Get out of here. You, okay. I love you. Go do your clothes.
I'm serious about animating right now.
Okay, bye.
My lips feel dry.
Okay.
Look at it.
Goodbye.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even feel you. Bye bye. You gotta have a little comedy.
That girl is crazy.
What you say?
Welcome to Senior Froggies.
I help you.
Y'all, we silly, don't get out of here.
What? I'm like a little comedy person in the show. Whenever I come in, some comedy's gonna go down.
Don't Get out of here, little girl.
It's in there.
Okay, get out of here. Okay, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Girl. Whew, I have to fight every day just to prove my love. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. She just woke up and everything. And usually I wake her up, but I started working on a couple of projects because people want their frames and stuff like that. So, you know, I was up early working on that, and I didn't wake her up. So, but anyway, okay. Where was we at? You knowing who you are and you loving you, and you getting to the steps of loving you. And you know, at first I just threw all this stuff out to you guys, like be you, love yourself, and love Jesus. But something came and told me I need to break that down. I need to go through each step at a time, and we're gonna do it on a weekly basis. Okay, now for people that's my subscriber, and if this is what you like, if it's not, then okay, but if it is, okay too. Get you a book. Definitely go out today, get you a book. If you don't have the funds to get a book, then go steal one of your kids' notebooks. No, let me know and I will try to send you a book. It's not gonna be no fabulous book. It might be a book like this, but you know, I'll send you guys out books, okay? The only thing that I might ask that y'all help with is the shipping and the handling, because with the cost of the these things up here, with the cost of these things, I did not think about shipping and handling. And like I told some people already, it is too close to Christmas for me to be able to get somebody something that soon. That's just, it takes, like I said, it takes a week. I know, right? It takes a week for me to actually make the sign. So you know, so I'm just saying that. Strange child. Yeah, she's strange. And it's another thing, stop living in the past. Let the past go. Because guess what? How can you change the past? You cannot. Now unless somebody got a time machine. If you got a time machine, call me. I got some stuff I need to do. But stop living in the past. Give that pain, that hurt, those sicknesses of the past, give that to God, and He will take it away. He got you. Believe me, He got you. Okay? The book. The first thing on the book is, who are you? Who am I? The second thing is, what makes me happy? And most definitely, God, kids, friends, real friends. You know what I'm saying? People that genuinely love you. That makes me, I know that make me happy. You guys make me very happy. Like I said, this is the most humbling experience that I have ever had. And I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to just come into you guys' lives. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the positive enforcement. And you guys know something that's really, really weird? Every night I usually go through the messages to see if somebody got something negative to say. I usually delete it. But for the last 2 days, we haven't had any negative comments. What? You heard me. The last 2 days, we haven't had any negative comments. God is good. Okay, the last thing, not the last thing, but we going number 3, and I hope you guys are writing this down. Forgiving yourself. Now, forgiving yourself, I can't sit right here and tell you Thank you. I'm glad that you need to hear. It's some things that, you know, some things that I'm going to say, and I'm probably going to say, and I'll come back and I'll apologize, even though I told y'all not to apologize, because I don't want to judge anybody. That's not for me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to offer love. I'm here to offer information. I'm here just to give you guys what I have.
Are you ready for me to tell you the verses about the tithe?
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. Miss Camilla is on the phone because she got those verses. What I tell y'all, she got those verses. Okay, and forgiving yourselves, like I said, with the forgiving yourself. Thank you, Janika. We love you too. With forgiving yourself, it's on a case-by-case thing. Okay, that's a case-by-case thing. You cannot say one person, if you forgive yourself for that, you could do this. No, it don't work like that. People are different, and people, yes, Brenda, you are right. You must forgive, but the trouble that most of us have is forgiving ourselves. We forgive that person quicker than we forgive ourselves, and right now we are tending to ourselves for us to heal. So pop goes the weeds because the weeds go pop. Okay, Miss Camille is on the phone right now, and she got this Bible verse, and she got the Bible verse about the tithes, and I want you guys to hear about the tithes, because because some people think that they're told that they have to spend their tithes at a certain location, and that's not true. Okay, so Miss Camille is going to give us some Bible verses, and I hope you guys got your pens and your papers so you can write this stuff down, so you can go back and check this stuff. Anything and everything that I'm on here telling you, please Google it. What's not true? Oh, no, it's not. I know it's not true. Donna, I know that's not true, but we have Miss Camille on the phone, and she's going to give us the verse so you can go and you can check that. So, you know, like I said, some things people tell you it's not going to be true. Research them. If it don't feel right with you, you know something wrong. Okay, Miss Camille, go ahead.
Okay. I narrowed it down to the very important ones because it's so many verses on time. So I wrote it down the way the Spirit led me to tell you. The first one is, this is tell you how to apply your tithe. I'm going to say it wrong. Deuteronomy 14:25. DEUTERONONY. 14:25. Okay, this one it tells you how to honor the Lord with your wealth. By you tithing, this verse tells you how to honor the Lord with your wealth, with the best part of everything you produce. So, in other words, what they're saying is, everything that you give and how you give it, your honor before the Lord. So you are honored before the Lord. So read Proverbs 3:9. That's Proverbs 3:9. The third one is this is a tithe. It's to discipline your discipline. This is to show your discipline to God. And keep you from being greedy. And this one is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. And then this one is telling you don't neglect doing good and sharing so you can please God, in other words. So you can please God. Doing good and sharing is what we're supposed to do. And that's Hebrews 13:16. Hebrews 13:16. And I'm just going to say, 5 ways of tithing. This was the 5 ways that I narrowed down. You could tithe. You could go in your closet, find clothes, give them to people, whoever needs them. Go do your food. Do your food pantry. You could do a food pantry at your store. Go to Aldi's, anywhere. Go to places that sell canned goods for $3. 20 cents a can, 30 cents a can. Pick up canned goods and just give them out. You don't have to take them to the food shelf. You do it, because this is how it was directed. You do it. Work with your church for free. If you have a community church, just go down there, ask them let you do something for free, or go to your local library and set up something to do in your library, and tell them you want to read books to kids and do stuff like that. These are ways that God accepts our tithing, and I pulled up all the ones that I felt that was very important to us, because without us feeling that we have to always go do it in a money manner way, or I did it where we'll know it's okay if we don't have a church home, or if we don't go to church and stuff like that. Other ways you can do it, and when you do it, I also read, when you do it, make sure you do it without fear. When you do this, don't have no fear. Let the Lord know this is what you're doing to give him your honor through your tithe. And your blessings will, you will see your blessings unfold. Your blessings will unfold. And that's what I came up with for you guys for tithing. So if you want to, you can go into the verses. And let me tell you something what I do to get my knowledge. Go on Google. You can Google how to tithe. Ways to tithe. Go on there. I'm going to share this information with you, because this is another way you could go and learn a lot of stuff and get verses and do, and always make sure you under the King James Version, because the King James Version is the real way. And because, we have a lot of Bibles that's out there pre-made, but King James Version is our way. A lot of people have their own way, or whatever way you want to go into the Bible, but make sure you have different kind of Bibles to when you researching stuff to bag it, because there's a lot of Bibles out there that's changing their text and going to try to make you, because you could be manipulated in a lot of ways and say, well, this one said, well, this one said you could do this, and this one said you could do that. But I find that the King James Version, well, I worked in a nursing home. I'm going to tell you this story, and I'm going to let you go. When I was working in a nursing home, an old lady told me that's the Bible you should always use, because that Bible is the real Bible. That's the translation that man took out the Bible and that's the real translated Bible. All the other Bibles is the Bible that man made, which means they took words, and if you go to King James Version, you will see the difference. They're going to use some Hebrew words, some Greek words. You're going to have to look them up. And then when you start looking the words up, you're going to say, I didn't know that's what this means. And the Bibles that man made, them words is totally different. They done changed it all around. But listen to what I'm telling you. Do the King James Version. Bag it up. Do learning Hebrew and Greek. Because I'm going to tell you, don't let that throw you off, because that's what the King James Version is, Hebrew and Greek on words. But it's okay, because there are resources out there that to back you up with that Hebrew and Greek, and you could go into it. But one thing about the King James Version is going to break it down for you, so you don't have to worry about it to know like what that word is in Hebrew or what that word is in Greek. And that's how I learned a lot of scriptures too, and learned the Bible, know the difference in the man Bibles and the real word. So, yeah, go into it, study it. I mean, whatever, but those ones. That's how I learned about tithing, by the way. I felt so bad. I said, oh my God, I don't go to church. Because I'm going to tell you something. I ain't going to lie about it. I do not go to all these sheep in the woods, or however you say it. These pastors that's carrying these demonic spirits, I don't do them. I don't do them. Because that's one thing God said, go into Revelations. Don't be scared of it. I read it 100 times. It's good. Go into it. Because that's going to teach you. That's going to teach you what we're in right now today. And it's happening. So that's what I want to say. I looked it up for you, Miss Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Miss Camilla. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Now, let me let y'all know something. Miss Camilla is so right, you guys. Guess what? I mean, this happened a couple of years ago, but this is what happened. Yeah, wolves in sheep clothing all the time. I went to a church, like I said, my parents and stuff was down here before I got here. And you know, when they saw me, I was in the church. But we was in church, and I'm from Chicago. And Texas was something real new to me. I was like, oh, my. So he go up in here, and all of a sudden this man say, yeah, y'all don't need to be going to the hop. And I was like, what's wrong with a hop? What you mean we can't go to the hop? And they was like, no, stupid. He not saying IHOP. He's saying it's a place you go partying at. It's called the Hop or something. So I was like, okay. So then he was like, y'all need to stop going to buy all these shoes, and you don't need to be buying this money. You don't need to be buying this. You don't need to be going to get your hair done. You don't need to be going to get your nails done. You need to get that money to the church, right? His wife and her best friend in the front, they both got on brand new outfits. Their nails is done to the T. And he talking about, so I was like, that don't even sound right. It's some people, not all, some people see this as they opportunists, right? Just like the situation in Chicago, they're opportunists. And that's the best way that I can describe them without saying something negative, okay? Opportunists. And they take advantage of people, you know, they love for God and what they want to give to God through this person. But let me tell you something. If you do bump into somebody that you like, they like, hey, do this, do that, you need to do this, and you do that out your spirit, and you do that out the kindness of your heart. Now, if you get them something and somebody, oh, they use that for drugs, oh, they use that to do that. That's not your business. Your part of that thing, you gave out from your heart through, you know, that's what you gave. If somebody do something not positive with what you gave them, that's between them and God, because you did what you were supposed to do, okay? That, you know, I love that, Brenda. What make her happy is that God gave her a church that she could go to. And she said pretty much she stays up in church. Now, unfortunately for myself, I'm not in an area where I don't know the area really well. And I don't know a good church I could go to. Sometimes I take medicine, so I can't drive. I'm not going to put myself or my child in no danger like that. I haven't been blessed with a church home. I do go to my parents' church every now and again, not every Sunday, every now and again, because it's more of their speed. I'm just saying, you know, things like that. That's happiness right there. What makes me happy? Having a church home makes me happy. Church is good for people that want to go. But I know that they say, like right now, I'm praying for a church home too. Now, the Bible does say that you should go to a building to worship and gather with more than so and so people, and I believe that. So maybe like once a month I go to my parents' church so I can hear the word. So because everything is a learning experience, and you guys got to remember that through all, even if you don't have the church home that you want, because I want the church home where we be like, what, Jesus? What, Jesus? I love you. What, Jesus? I'm crazy like that. Anyways, but they more of a y'all know what I'm talking about. Excuse me, Lord, you know I'm a comedian. But I'm just saying that to say, right, fellowship and the feeding of the word. Every now and then, like I say, myself personally, I try to do it monthly, once a month. And sometimes I've even back on that one, but my parents take my daughter and she be like, you ain't gotta go, why I gotta go? I'm like, I'm sick. So I'm just saying that to say is that pray, when you pray for the things that you want, and that goes for myself also, I need to be praying for a church home, place where I can go kick off my shoes and fall out if I need to. But I need to be praying for a church home. That would make me ecstatic, where I can go to Bible class, learn more about the word, understand the word. I have a cheat Bible. Lord, forgive me for I'm cheating. Not like I did in pharmacology, Lord. This is long time ago. My now I want y'all to see my last name. Y'all better look me up. You see, it was like that, and this is the answer. This Bible is so good to me because if you look right here, it says things about, like whatever you're going through and stuff like that. This is whatever you're going through, and it kind of breaks it down, and I'm even a little bit more slow. Like I said, you guys, sometimes my brain injury, it messes with me. And I forget some things. So when you hear me repeating myself, it's because I forgot I said it. Or sometimes I just like to repeat myself. It feels good to me, so I'm gonna do it. But like I said, it has the Old Testament in here and the New Testament. And like I said, it's good because, it goes all the way through. And Miss Camilla is right on that as far as the Bible. And this is the King James Bible. But if you are more comfortable with another Bible, because guess what? In some versions of the Bible, their words, it's hard for you to interpret, okay? But some people grew up interpreting the Bible, or some people just good like that. So if you have a Bible that works for you, hey, go with it. But if you need some assistance with some things, or you want to look something up, I got a little kid. I got a little kid Bible because I'm special. And I also went and got a God Promise You for Your Every Need. It's verses for every need. It's almost the same as my Bible, but it kind of breaks things down. And that's what I go off of right now. Like I said, I'm studying just like y'all. I'm healing just like y'all. And the things that I'm telling you guys to do, I am doing them myself. I'm definitely doing them myself. So, you know what? We've been here for a minute. And of course, we will be back tonight. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. like I said, this is a very, very humbling experience for me. And I never thought that I could sit here and do something like this. I never thought that God would use me like this. And you know, it's been some years that I asked God, you know, use me as the instrument. And He is now. So I am forever thankful. And I'm thankful to you guys, because you are the people that the love and just your spirit, you are making my walk with Christ and God just so good. I want to tell you guys before we leave, make sure, remember, don't beat up on yourself. Don't apologize. Don't apologize for being emotional. Don't apologize for, you know, being yourself. We are all God's children, okay? Don't apologize for something you went through. I love you guys. Be you. Stop apologizing. I will see you guys later on tonight. And like I said before, I'm gonna do like two or three songs. It all depends on what I see y'all doing. And from there, what's today? Today is Saturday, so 10. Okay, so 8 o'clock tonight. I don't put the times down on here because I saw that when I put the time when we going live, a couple of people, I'm not gonna say a lot, a couple of people start doing their live at the same time. I'm not into competition, but I do feel a certain kind of way about that. But it's not for me to judge anybody. So all I can say is that we'll be here. I love you guys. And y'all be blessed. I love you. And I'll see y'all tonight. I love you guys. You guys stay blessed, and I'll see y'all tonight at 8 o'clock.